On the morning of June 6, 2025, Los Angeles' Fashion District and Westlake area became the stage for a large-scale immigration raid. Agents from Immigration and Customs Enforcement swept into shops and streets, detaining dozens of people accused of being in the country illegally. Among them were union leaders who, after resisting, were injured and arrested. That same afternoon, protesters began gathering in front of the Metropolitan Detention Center. At first, the demonstration was peaceful, with banners and chants, but gradually, anger took over the streets. Stones and bottles flew, graffiti spread across walls, and a few vehicles went up in flames. The LAPD issued dispersal orders and used tear gas, rubber bullets, and flashbang grenades to contain the crowd. The next day, in Washington, a decisive move was made. President Trump ordered the federalization of more than 4,000 troops, including the National Guard and U.S. Marines, to deploy in the city center. Soldiers guarded key facilities, blocked roads, and, according to witnesses, directly participated in some arrests. The mayor of Los Angeles and the governor of California reacted immediately, calling the measure an unconstitutional violation of state autonomy and filing a lawsuit against the federal government. Thus began a legal battle. On the streets, labor unions and immigrant rights organizations took the lead in mobilizing. Chants of "ICE out of LA" and "Stop the Trump terror" echoed in the air. At MacArthur Park, in front of the federal courthouse, and in the Fashion District, simultaneous protests, road blockades, acts of civil disobedience, and boycott campaigns took place. The demonstrations spread beyond Los Angeles, reaching cities like New York, Chicago, and Dallas. Many compared the situation to the 1992 Rodney King riots. However, those riots turned the entire city into a scene of looting and fires, with more than 60 deaths. In contrast, this year's protests were concentrated within just a few downtown blocks. The majority remained peaceful, and large-scale looting or arson was minimal. The number of casualties was far lower. The political response was also different in 1992. Local authorities requested federal support in 2025. They rejected it, yet the White House acted anyway. This fact sits at the heart of today's political controversy. The Korean American community also made its voice heard. When Donald Trump Jr. referenced the term rooftop Koreans on social media, several Korean American groups responded, forcefully denouncing the political exploitation and historical distortion of that past episode. Unlike in 1992, this time they did not remain silent, taking a firm stance. In the courts, the central issue is the legality of the military deployment. The Trump administration argues it acted under Title 10 of federal law, citing a situation equivalent to an insurrection. The state of California counters that its constitutional sovereignty was violated. Adding to the controversy is the possible breach of the Posse Comitatus Act, which limits the military's role in domestic law enforcement. During the trial, testimonies emerged, revealing that the military had conducted prior exercises to occupy the city and actively intervened in the repression and arrest of protesters. Until the appeals court decides, the military presence remains a reality in the streets. This protest is not just a reaction to an immigration policy. It is a collision point between power, military force, and democracy in the United States. Unlike 1992, the scale may be smaller, but the resistance is more organized and persistent. The tension has not faded, and the legal outcome will determine whether such federal intervention will happen again in the future. What is happening today in Los Angeles could be a mirror of the path the entire nation may take tomorrow.